Oh, hey there. Yes, my Tesla's sold. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone, guys. But welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Tesla Talk Tuesday. But I don't have a Tesla to talk about. Fortunately, that's not really the gist of Tesla Talk Tuesday. It's more just to talk about like Tesla news and Tesla related news. So we can still carry on. Unfortunately, there's no Tesla in the garage currently. Nope. BMW X3 M40i. That's not even mine. Yeah, it's Chelsea's. I have no ownership in it whatsoever. But now that I've driven it for, well, the second half of yesterday, which is when I sold my car officially, I have had to pay for some gas for it. It's unfortunate, guys. It's unfortunate. Either way, Tesla's gone, but Tesla Talk Tuesday. Let's get after it. So, some good news. Tesla's up about 6% today to like $440 some a share. And part of this is because of a positive Goldman Sachs analyst report. It's interesting because they're basically always trying to figure out like how Tesla deliveries will be. And well, they found a clever way. You look at app downloads because, well, I used to, so I still have the Tesla app, but as a Model S owner, I did have a key fob. However, Model 3 and Model Y is exclusively pretty much use their phone or the key card that comes with the phone, but the key card is more for valet. So you basically have to download the Tesla app if you buy a Model 3 or Model Y. So by tracking Tesla app downloads, you can get a gauge for how many new Tesla owners there are. Pretty interesting and slick way, but they're basically saying that they could potentially be hitting 145,000 deliveries in Q3, which would be amazing. Good for the stock. And we also have Battery Day coming up on September 22nd next week. So a couple of potential catalysts for heading back to 500, which would always be good stuff right there. So hoping for the best, but interesting metric to look at. Something else that has been quite interesting recently is that as they've been rolling out V3 superchargers in Europe, they have a new CCS standard, which means that the plug actually works not only in Teslas, but in other electric cars. Now, because of this, there have actually been other non-Tesla cars able to plug in and charge off of the supercharging network for free. So this is actually a bug, not a feature. However, Tesla has talked about like allowing other manufacturers to use their network, but they've never implemented it. So what would be interesting is if they actually do allow other people to use the network, and not from like a manufacturer standpoint, but from an individual standpoint. So basically anybody could create effectively a Tesla account and then charge with their own car. I'm not sure exactly how that would work. Obviously that would be up to Tesla, but it would be neat. Now, some ways Tesla could still make it better to be a Tesla owner is to charge less if you have a Tesla and charge faster if you have a Tesla. So by those two things, they could still kind of make it more beneficial to have a Tesla and use the Tesla supercharging network, but it would still allow a ton of charging options to non-Tesla owners, as well as drive revenue for Tesla as a company by opening up the supercharging network to non-Tesla owners. Now, some juicy scandals in the EV market. So I'm sure you've heard of Nikola with their Badger, as well as some of their like semi-trucks. They're doing hydrogen fuel cell as well as electric. Last week, they announced a partnership with GM. The stock shot up like 50% into like the mid $50 range. And basically what was going to happen is that they were using GM as a partner to build their Badger pickup truck. However, GM was doing like the engineering, production, development, making these trucks like everything. So my question then is, what did Nikola do? Like, did they just create some concept truck and we're like, hey, GM, do you want to make it? Because we can't. Because that seems like exactly what they were doing. Seemed kind of sketchy to me, but I was like, whatever. If they're going to build the truck, they'll build it and it'll still be kind of cool, I guess. But it's clearly not going to be like cutting edge technology. It's just GM's technology, which could still be cool, obviously, but we have yet to see any of it really. Now, later on, a company called Hindenburg Research, they're a short selling firm, which means that they basically bet against a stock with a short report. They came out basically alleging that Nikola is a fraud. And they have, I haven't read the whole report, but the biggest thing was back in 2018, Nikola released a video of their Nikola One like semi-truck in motion. So you see it in motion on a highway. Now, apparently that has been a faked video. The truck was not moving under its own power. It was basically pulled up a hill and then it rolled down, and they videoed it turning the camera slightly sideways so that it looks like it's flat. And yeah, so the stock tanked, to say the least. I still think it's a really sketchy company at this point. I mean, they're basically outsourcing everything, which means, do they really even have any proprietary or in-house technology? Probably not. I don't know. It just seems really fishy. The CEO is a weird guy. Like, he does a lot on social media, which is like cool, but I feel like he does it almost as a front to try to seem like he's really forward and out about everything. But then when he's answering all the questions and allegations from the Hindenburg Research short selling firm, he doesn't really answer them directly. He answers them indirectly with weird statements that are like, oh, we never said the truck was actually moving under its own power. We just said it was in motion. I mean, you're still deceiving everybody, so kind of weird. I mean, that truck rolling down a hill was moving under its own power or in motion as much as these weights would be in motion if I pushed it. I mean, that's ridiculous. Point being, don't buy Nikola stock. I wouldn't touch that thing with a 10-foot pole. It's just not worth it. Could end up being a huge scam. Obviously, GM recently got an 11% stake. Should be interesting, but either way, I don't know. It seems really fishy and quite sketchy. Now, on the other hand, Lucid came out with their Air, I think on September 9th last week, which was Wednesday. Very cool. However, we found out that the highest price for the model that does 0 to 60 in like 2.5 seconds and a 9.9 second quarter mile time is going to be like $170,000, which means you're looking at like Porsche Taycan turbo level stuff. So not bad, but obviously, again, almost what, a 60-70% price increase over what the top tier performance Tesla is. So again, the performance is slightly better and the range is still very good, but is it worth that extra price? You also don't get the Tesla Supercharging network, but it is very cool to see that Lucid is pushing efficiency. It's a comparable car to Tesla as far as like efficiency, specs. The interior is truly luxury, which is really what they're going after, so it makes sense. And they teased an SUV at the end and another car that was undercover that they haven't unveiled. So I would be curious to see what happens with those. I also like that the Lucid CEO is humble. He basically said, yes, we can throw all these specs at you, but until we actually are producing this car and selling it to the mass market, don't benchmark us to anything, because they don't have a product that's available right now. So again, Tesla's battery day is on September 22nd. It'll be curious to see what they say, what technology they have in the pipeline. I mean, Tesla could have some crazy stuff available by mid next year when the Lucid Air starts coming out anyways. So, you know, Lucid Air's technology is basically saying that's what's going to be in the cars that are being produced for next year. So Tesla still has time to definitely either catch up or maybe implement new technology that far outseeds Lucid. So it's an interesting game right now. We'll see where it goes, but I'm very excited for both Tesla and Lucid. Nikola, I completely hate them now. I feel like they're just deceiving and I will never support them. So there's that. Now, something pretty cool with GM's Hummer, electric Hummer. It's supposed to have 1,000 horsepower, 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds, but it's supposed to be a crab walk mode. So they have a little like teaser video and you can see all 4 tires turn this way and then it like moves diagonally. So Rivian recently came out with a tank turn where like the wheels can spin in opposite directions, so it can spin in a circle. So this crab mode is kind of similar to that, but it also means that there's independent steering on all 4 wheels, which is pretty neat as well as probably 4 motors, but I guess there wouldn't have to be. Either way, it is pretty neat, and there's going to be some interesting stuff coming out in the future. Hopefully it all makes it to production, because again, sort of like the Lucid CEO is saying, until something's actually in production, I don't know, it's just cool, you know? It's kind of like Nikola with all their allegations, or, you know, hey, we're doing all these cool things, but it's like, yeah, but none of it's real. So until it's in consumer hands, it means kind of nothing. So yeah, there's that. That's gonna be it for this Tesla Talk Tuesday. I did sell my car, so yeah, that was kind of at the end of the last vlog, or I guess the vlog this morning. So check my next vlog, because that'll actually be about getting rid of my car and talking about sort of next steps and what I'm thinking. So be sure to check that one out. But if you did enjoy this, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Would really appreciate it. Would really help me out. But until next time, guys, thanks for watching.